Welcome and thank you for joining me for the Maranatha podcast. My name is Christopher Scott. I serve as the senior pastor at Lakeview Missionary Church, and I'm the author of the book Walking Straight When Life Goes Sideways. Each week I create this podcast as a way to educate and encourage you from a different passage of Scripture. Most podcasts are between 5 and 10 minutes long, so thanks for joining me for this audio podcast. This week's podcast is titled Sometimes We Need to Weep, from Romans chapter 12, verse 15. The year 2020 was a year many people probably want to forget. I know of people that didn't see their beloved elderly family members for months. I know of people that lost their jobs. I know of people whose businesses had to shut down. And I know of churches that were limited in how they could minister to their people in need. In Paul's letter to the Romans, he told them, quote, "Weep with those who weep." That's in Romans chapter 12, verse 15. The Greek word Paul uses here can be translated as weep, cry, bewail, or mourn. My guess is that much of the world has spent a lot of time weeping, and it will continue to weep in the future. Paul's point in this brief phrase is that we need each other and we need to comfort each other. The book of Hebrews tells us, let us consider how to stimulate one another to love and good deed, not forsaking our own assembling together, as is the habit of some, but encouraging one another, and all the more as you see the day drawing near. That's in Hebrews chapter 10, verse 24 and 25. When we are going through pain and suffering, we need to sit with others and we need to weep. And we need others to weep with us. While we might not be able to embrace in a hug while inside Starbucks or a restaurant due to someone being sick or there being illnesses around in the wintertime, we can still get together and share our struggles with each other. The simple act of listening helps us weep with those who weep. In his book, The Spirituality of Caregiving, Henry J.M. Nouwen provides guidance for how to listen. He says, listening is not merely a sympathetic nodding or a friendly repetition of hum. Listening is a very active awareness of the coming together of two lives, he says. Then he continues describing the healing effects of listening when he writes, two lives are coming together in a healing way. It is like weaving a new pattern with two different life stories stretched out on the same loom. After a story is told and received with care, the lives of the two people have become different, he says. Two people have discovered their own unique stories, and two people have become an integral part of a new fellowship. In listening, we discover that caring isn't about the difference between pain and no pain, but about the difference between pain and shared pain. That quote is from pages 36 and 37 of his book, The Spirituality of Caregiving. See, right now we need to listen to people who are suffering, and we need to weep with them. They have been weeping more now than they probably ever have. Change, lack of touch with others, and restricted fellowship that began with COVID and has continued even into now 2026 is causing more and more pain. So let's listen in whatever way we can. Maybe it's by calling someone. Maybe it's by sitting across the table at lunch or coffee. Maybe it's sitting at Baskin Robbins having ice cream, or simply going on a walk with a friend. I would agree with Paul, who says we need to weep with those who weep. We need it, and others need it too. Well, thanks for listening to this week's episode of the Maranatha podcast. My name is Christopher Scott. I hope you can join me for another episode soon. Most of these episodes are published on Wednesday mornings. Thanks again for joining me, and I hope to catch you again soon in another episode.